Crew Nation, what is up? Coming at you on this Thursday evening with another edition of Catching Up with the Commits. I'm Zayas, the managing editor of True the Crew. So glad to have you with us as we roll along with these audio interviews, showcasing, highlighting, and featuring the latest Crusader commitments. Today, our guest is Lexi Clements, a women's basketball commit out of Lake Travis High School in the Austin area. It's a very stellar program down there, and I think you'll really enjoy this conversation we were able to have with Lexi, talking about her commitment to UMHB, what made it the program and the school for her, as well as her high school career and some of the memories and things she took away from playing in such a successful high school program. But before we get to that, be sure to like and subscribe to True the Crew on YouTube. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell on the bottom right-hand corner of our website, truethecrew.com. That is your home for all 16 varsity sports. We cover them as an independent news outlet, completely dedicated and focused to covering UMHB athletics 24/7. Be sure to support our team of photographers, videographers, and writers who do their best daily to cover the crew in the best way possible. Follow us on social media at True the Crew on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Now let's get to the interview. You're listening to another edition of Catching Up with the Commits. Three, two, one. Welcome back, Crusader Nation. I'm here with Lexi Clements, UMHB women's basketball commit. I guess the best place to start, Lexi, is to kind of talk about your commitment and the process of coming here and to UMHB. What was it about UMHB, whether it be the school, the basketball program as individually, that kind of made it the place for you as you evaluated your offers and the opportunities you had coming out of Lake Travis High School?
Yeah, so I was really looking for a school that had a great DPT program because that's what I wanted to go into. And UMHB was top 10 in Texas. And then started looking into the basketball program, saw how much championships and their conference they won and how far they went into the tournament. And so they were a great basketball team and kind of seemed like they hit both my points. And then I visited the school and just really loved the campus and the area overall.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just kind of the best of both worlds, right? When it works well with your academics and at the same time you get to play high-level basketball, it kind of makes it a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, have you had the chance to kind of come to any UMHB games, see the atmosphere, and obviously, I know in your visit you got to see the facilities, which are fantastic. Have you gotten a chance to see, kind of what a game day atmosphere is like?
Yes, I've come to maybe 2 or 3 home games, and I love the gym. I mean, for being like a D3 school, but the gym just how it was like round, it really felt like a big college like campus arena, which was really interesting. I've never seen anything like that. And then the atmosphere was great, and I really liked their little intro and like starting how they turn all the lights down and they show the spotlight around. That was really cool.
They make it a good, pretty cool atmosphere. It's cool that, it seems like, especially towards the end of this year, like people started coming out to the games a little bit more and the attendance was there. And yeah, I mean, it's just, they put together a great production for all their sports and basketball, especially. The Mayburn campus there is a great facility and a great place to play. I think kind of as everyone knows, the head coach who recruited you is no longer with the program. You mentioned a couple minutes ago that you were looking to school first and then you looked in the basketball program, which is fantastic. I think what most people would advise young recruits to do. But did the coaching situation, make you think twice about your commitment at all? Or was it kind of always, hey, I want to go UMHB, and so the coaching situation, while it might be a factor, it's not going to be the deciding factor?
Yes, exactly. Of course, I was sad. I liked the coach. He liked me. I thought it'd be a great 4 years playing with him, and I was excited to do that. But being that I was going to UMHB mainly for their education and getting to play basketball was an addition, and that was great. It didn't really make me second guess. Makes me nervous, obviously. You don't know who's coming in and what it's going to be like, but I have no doubt that I'll make it work, and with whoever comes in, and it'll be great no matter what.
That's a fantastic attitude to have, and the right one too. So very well said on that point. And I think it's a good thing to remember, right? Like although things may change around the programs, and athletically, like the school itself will remain the same, and that's kind of what you originally wanted to commit to, right? And so while the coaching is a part of that, it's not the only part of it. I think that's a great perspective to have. And you played your high school career at Lake Travis, very strong Central Texas program. Y'all went 13-3 in a tough district this past year. What was your senior year like? And especially winning two very competitive, very closely contested playoff games.
Yeah, my senior year was a lot of fun. It was probably so I ended up tearing my ACL probably at the end of my sophomore year, and kind of came back my junior year. But my senior year was like the first time, like just full out all the way playing, and it was really great getting to play with all those girls again. And then going as far as we did in playoffs was very exciting. We were the first team, and since the school became 6A, to go to the third round. So that was really fun.
Yeah, you guys will forever be a kind of a special program, a special team within that program, I guess you should say. Because, yeah, reaching the third round of the playoffs is not easy. And I think, yeah, it was a 2-point game in the first round and a 4-point game in the second round. You guys, it was two very exciting games, for all the fans who were at both of those. And, you talk about tearing your ACL. That's always a tough injury to overcome. Like, what was kind of the recovery process like for you? How did you keep, staying positive through all that? Because that can be a long process, especially when you're watching all your friends play on the court and you can't really play the same way that you want to.
Yes, it was very hard, but the rehab I just focused on like the small achievements, whether that be walking and then running and then getting to jump around. Like I just enjoyed getting to do those again. The hardest part was probably everyone always told you like, oh, 9 months you'll get to play again. And that was true. I was cleared in 9 months. But the movement that I had was not the same. And so it took another, I would say, 9 months to really get that back to where I was, my speed, my jumping, just everything all the way around. So that was probably more frustrating than the actual rehab part.
And that makes sense. Yeah, talking to other, athletes, even across other sports who have kind of overcome similar injuries, like it's a tough part because once you're clear, then you have that whole process of just getting back to where you can play at, a high level and the level that you want to play at. Because 6A basketball is no joke, and you do have to be at 100% to really play to the level, especially that you did as a senior. So yeah, that's such a tough part when you kind of look at what that program did for you as a whole, playing at Lake Travis. Like, how much do you feel like you developed as a player with playing around such tremendous talent year in year out?
Yes, I mean all the girls are really well. We have really high level people that are going to play college or will go to play college, and it just improved my offense a lot because you can't be simple. You can't just expect to drive down the lane and have an easy layup. Like you have to be creative and you have to think outside the box. And playing defense against those girls was difficult as well because they can make good moves and make good passes. So you really have to be disciplined and stay low and keep your head moving and hands active all the time. So really helps me improve in both aspects.
Yeah, definitely. When you're in a high school program like that, where there's a lot of players who, either are already committed to universities and colleges, or may have that opportunity down the road, it does have to challenge you every day in practice, I would think. Where when you get into the games themselves, you've been facing such high level competition in practice that the games themselves, there's a little bit of an easier transition there, right?
Yes, it was definitely a lot easier to play against hard competition because I see it all the time in practice.
Yeah. No, it's good preparation when you're in a very strong program like that. And when you kind of look back on your high school career, and this is a tough one because I don't know if you can single out one memory, but is there a memory that stands out from your 4 years at Lake Travis?
It'll probably have to be this past December when we had our holiday tournament and we won it. We were the first team to win our own tournament, and that was a lot of fun. We played a really high-level team, Tompkins in Houston. I don't know if you heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
They make it to playoffs and make pretty far every year, and they usually win it. And we ended up beating them in a really close and intense championship game. So that was just really fun and exciting.
Yeah, a 64-61 win. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, especially when it's close and it's against a team that you kind of have a past history of playing some games against just as a program, and then, a team to the caliber of Tompkins. I guess to that point, talking about high-level teams you've played and players, is there a particular player that you played against, whether it be on the AAU circuit or in high school, that kind of you remember being a particularly tough challenge to go up against?
Yeah, AAU, there were lots of girls that were amazing. But in high school, I specifically remember a Judson girl. She was a freshman. And the way she could just create space and handle the ball and how fast she was insane. Like, she definitely carried that team as a freshman, and she's going to be a really good player by the time she hits her senior year.
Yeah. When you have, I mean, it's crazy sometimes when you watch players and you think, man, they must be at least a junior, right? And they're only a freshman. She definitely has a bright future ahead of her. Just another fun one that we always like to ask commits. If you weren't playing basketball, is there another sport you think you might be playing?
Well, I played volleyball my freshman year, so I probably would go into that. But I also really like track, and I'm in that right now. So probably one of those is what I would do.
Nice. Yeah, so running track too. I mean, I'm sure that helps out. Just kind of it. Not only is it kind of a fun cross training sport, but it develops your speed and other things. What events do you do in track?
I'm doing the 100-meter hurdles and long jump.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of great basketball players, do those as well. And I mean, when you kind of look areas of your game that you're looking to improve as you enter the summer, is there any particular parts of your skill set that you're really going to be working on as you head into your first collegiate year?
Probably just keeping strong in the weight room and, developing little skills, just simple pull-ups and moves to the basket and finishing, just simple things like that, and trying to scrimmage as much as possible since AAU isn't really an option.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, and when you continue to improve like that, as you head into college and make that jump from high school to college, like this summer is a big part of that. And I appreciate you, Lexi, for coming on, kind of taking some time to talk to us about, your commitment to UMHB and, playing for a really stellar high school program. Is there anything else you wanted to add that maybe I didn't ask you about, or you wanted to expand on another answer you had previously?
No, I think you hit all the points. I think you got it.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we're looking forward to seeing you playing for the Crew here this next upcoming season.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you. You have a good rest of your day.
You too.